Guys, the Laguna, Robert Pires, I love the guy, man. I love the guy. I don't like to do these videos because I really cannot compare players I like. Like, I can't. One minute I'm like Thierry, then I'm like Bergkamp, then I'm like Vieira, then I'm like Lombard, Parla. You guys know how much I love Parla. People on a personal level know how much Parla means to me, pause, as a footballer. Robert Pires, I mean, there's so many reasons to love him. Initially, he struggled, and then he became a hero on that left wing. Dazzling skill, sublime technique, just floated across people. It's like a magician. I mean, you've seen the link-up play with him and Thierry Henry. Whatever season it was that he scored a lot of goals. I can't remember who it was against, but that whoever it was at Highbury when he hit it first time and it just dinked over the keeper. Amazing player. You've seen what he done against Spurs. Like, Thierry Henry never lost a game against Spurs. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Pires has definitely scored the most goals, the majority of his goals against Spurs, or if it's not the most, he's definitely scored a good fair portion of his goals against Spurs. I really did like him. I really did like Pires. Pires was a legend. I mean, he's done it. He's won titles here. He's won titles for France. He's won titles here. He was an invincible. He's done it all. One thing that does leave me with bitterness is how it ended for Pires. I mean, Lehman being a bit of a dickhead, pardon my language, getting him sent off, and then yeah, I mean, he had to come off as a result of Lehman getting sent off, and we know how it panned out for Pires. Shortly after that, he then found himself at Villarreal and these sort of clubs there, and it just didn't happen, and it just didn't go the way I wanted it to go. And I believe a player like Pires' quality should have been allowed to retire here, in my opinion. And I was really upset with seeing him at Villarreal and seeing him at Aston Villa and things like that. I love seeing him at the training ground. I mean, it's nice to see he keeps himself fit. He likes to keep himself healthy and things like that. And he's in better shape than most pros that have just retired a year ago and things of that nature. Pires is an excellent footballer. Pires was an excellent footballer. I mean, people say Bergkamp is like Ozil or Ozil was like Bergkamp. No, if anything, Ozil was like Pires. I get the whole in terms of elegance and things like that, but you're forgetting how elegant Pires was. You're actually forgetting how this guy used to glide around the pitch, how he used to effortlessly link up with Thierry Henry. The only bad bit of link up play I've actually seen between them two is that disastrous penalty at Highbury or whoever it was when Henry tried to pass it or whatever. That just didn't go to plan. We all know he wasn't the best tackler and he didn't relish the physical side of the game, but offensively he was a great player and he's definitely a Prem legend. I mean, of course, there's a lot of nostalgia in this video, but Robert Pires, man, Bobby Pires, there's not much more to say on this. Like, Pires, if you know your football, whether you support Arsenal or not, you know what Pires is on. You know what Pires has done. Like, Pires has earned them pink slips. Pires has done his stuff. Pires had elite mentality. Yeah, man, Pires is just amazing. There's not much more to be said on this front, guys. Deluded Kuna, I'm signing out, man. Pires, you're an amazing footballer. You was an amazing footballer for Arsenal, and you can look back with pride of what you've achieved here. Deluded Goon, I'm signing out, guys. Comment, subscribe, you guys know the rest.